Today, we're exhausting all other options and putting the exhaust on Bumpstop. Hopefully we don't make it too much quieter, but hopefully it'll have a better note. So stay with us today for day 6 of Project Bumpstop. Here we go, Nigel's first drive since he's back in the lowered, beasted Bumpstop.
I remember way back, we were dreaming about this, remember? Hey, this is happening. Steering wheel, the guys have done it. I've been away for a while. This is fantastic, loving it.
Right, let's get it on the ramps. Right now, Luke and Harley are getting the old catalytic converter off so that we can get some bits and pieces off it. So you'll see Luke's under the car, Harley's passing him the tools he needs and giving him the advice he needs. So keep watching.
So that part, we need to take that out. There's 3 bolts on the front.
Oh yeah, looks like 2.
Maybe 2? Yep.
1 on each side.
Okay.
So the engine pipe and the cat is out because these bolts were seized up. So it'll be time to cut them off, and then we're actually going to cut the flange off the cat and weld the new tube on so we can make this thing nice
So modify
and
that.
loud.
Chuck it in there. Go back out that way.
Beautiful. Now Nigel's got all the safety gear on.
Yeah.
Safety first at Project Bumpstop. We're going to heat up the bolts to see if we can get them undone.
Screw them down. Easy as, boys. We saved ourselves some bolts. Same again, your nut might be stuck in the socket, so what do? Put your socket, you put that back together, and you can bang it around, and it'll come off. You could measure it there if you want, or you could put it on. What do you reckon? A bit more accurate?
Yeah.
Now while the guys are measuring up for an exhaust, we've found an alternative. Let me take you and show you what Nigel found. I think you'll like it. What did we find, Nigel, that's going to work?
Well, here's a handrail Neil was working on earlier.
I reckon that's about the right size.
It's the same angle, everything.
Oh, look at that. And I mean, 32 mil.
It's a little bit short, but hey.
I reckon that'll work. Like, what could possibly go wrong? That's our motto.
Curves, yeah.
That's our motto, isn't it, guys? What could possibly go wrong? So we recycle everything on Project Bumpstop.
That's why you even got an up section, just in case you put it on the wrong way round. What's yours going on?
One up.
Matching. We could use these. I'm just going to measure this a bit more accurately than what we had.
So just while the guys are getting the welder set up over there, Nigel's set up the exhaust tube here in a jig we normally use for making handrails. So we can get it nice and solid and firm to get some tack welds on here. And then we're going to tack it and then go back and start fitting under the car and tacking for the rest of the exhaust. And I don't know about you two boys, but I can't wait to see what it sounds like. Now while the guys are setting up to weld, I'm going to sneak into Bumpstop and start it without hardly any exhaust on it because I want to see what it sounds like. Let's go. We'll see if they notice. They've left the keys in it. Alright, here we go. Let's see what happens. They're just over there. Take it out of gear. Alright, here we go. Yeah, that sounds pretty nasty at the moment, but it's going to sound awesome once we get the 2.5 inch straight through exhaust on, and it's going to smell even better when it doesn't have 2-stroke in it. Anyway, let's go see what they're doing.
Have a good time starting?
I did have a good time starting it, thank you, Harley. It did. It sounded terrible, didn't it? Sounded like it had a big exhaust leak.
Like a big fart.
Now, Rodney over here is a man who donated a trolley jack to Project Bumpstop. So whether he likes it or not, his name is going to be on the door of the car as well.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem. Thanks for your support.
It's okay.
Clear.
So who would like to tell me what we're doing right now?
Tack welding the corner of the piping to the end of the exhaust.
Okay, and why are we only just tack welding it and not welding it right up?
So keep holding it.
Ready? Clear.
So the guys are just doing a mock fit of the tacked exhaust underneath. Looks like it's pretty much right. So they're going to tack another piece on, make sure that's right, and then they can weld the whole thing up, and soon we'll be able to hear what Bumpstop sounds like with its new 2.5 inch straight through exhaust. So they've got a mark and Harley's going to cut it off, and that'll be the length of our exhaust. Oh, look at that stack smoking. We're getting close now to getting this on. No looking at the weld, Luke.
No.
Are you excited?
Yep.
I can't wait to see what it sounds like.
Me neither.
Big up.
How'd we go, Nigel?
It's good.
Got some nice solid welds down there.
Yep, it's even smoking. Like there's exhaust going.
Look at the perspiration on Nigel's face as he just files out the inside to make sure we get a nice clean seal for the gasket in there. Because we're going to put this on very soon, I hope. Because I'm getting excited. Because I want to see what Bumpstop's going to sound like with a 2.5 inch straight through exhaust.
There it goes.
Yeah, straight out the bonnet, Nigel. Yeah, that's it. Just we'll cut a hole in the scoop and stick it out the top. And then we can bolt the turbo onto the side.
Yep, that's it.
Or maybe just in a little. Does it need to come in a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
there.
level with the edge there.
Yeah, about there.
Oh, fully sick, bro. Fully sick, bro. Now, the other thing you want to do is connect up the oxygen sensor, which we took off out. Start her up.
Come on, Luke, do the honours. Make sure it's out of gear. Open the door, make sure it's out of gear.
Should be neutral.
No one look at the exhaust because all bits of stuff will fly out.
It is.
Here we go. Alright, give it a rev. Alright, the wrap up of day 6 on Project Bumpstop. We've put a 2.5 inch exhaust on today with Luke and Harley. They've worked really hard. I'm just taking it for a cruise now just to see what it sounds like. And it's pretty loud. But hey, that's cool. We might have to put a hot dog or something on it to quieten it down. It'll certainly get their faces smiling. So we've had a great week. Thanks everyone for your support, and we look forward to seeing you again next week on Project Bumpstop.